Look, I just want to say a couple of things to you. I mean, Gerard talks about great support. I wish we could give you more. You know, we do it on the smell of an oily rag. He comes and tells me stories about Rowville and ice baths and $90,000 a year coaches. Don't worry, they let me know about all of that. But we're not a specialist soccer school. We're a normal old KDC local government school where these guys had an idea 5 years ago. And who knew? Who knew it was going to grow to this? So there's been a lot of amazing things this year. Am I right in saying that the girls got to stay at every level? Is that right? I think they did. Many levels. The boys got blitzed the district and the region and had a bit of a go at those upper levels. And I know in the Premier League, we gave that a bit of a nudge as well. Who would have dreamt that in 5 years we'd be getting results like that? The other big event of the year, of course, was the day when Josip sort of came into my office one Monday morning looking a little bit amused, even for Josip, and said, "You're not going to believe what's happened. I just had this phone call. There's this guy called Sharon, the Sharon Foundation, and he wants to send our team to a tournament and some training." I'm like, "Oh yeah, all right." And then it was like, and he goes, "Oh, and it's in Spain." Okay. And then he goes, and then they get to do some training and it's at Real Madrid. So by this stage, we know I was going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So that's been an amazing thing. And I know only one squad gets to go, but I know everyone else's best wishes will go with them. But what an unbelievable opportunity. And that comes not just because we're good soccer players. If we were just good soccer players, okay. It came because of the ethos of this group. The reason we came to the attention of the Sharon Foundation was the way the posts go out on Facebook. All about be a good person and then be a good soccer player. Be honourable, stand up, have good sportsmanship, and then be a good soccer player. And they noticed that. And that's one of the things I love. I was talking to Josip and George just before, and they're saying, you know, you talk about culture, and Christmas kills the culture. If you can find out what a culture is in a school and how you can improve that culture, if you could bottle it, we would I'd make you 20,000 a year that you want. We would be able to sell it. And this group is an example of culture, okay? We dream of parent support like you. We don't have it like this in any other area. We have dribbles and drabbles, and we have people that, you know, last night at the concert, there were people that worked all night. Our school council is fabulous. But we do not have anything like a model of what community support looks like and what parent support looks like this. I wish we could have it in a few other areas of the school because it is mind-boggling and it's exactly what people talk about when they talk about their community backing. The other bit of the culture is, these guys had a couple of examples. Josip was telling me, we do Christmas hampers. We have some families that are really struggling. I don't know if you know this, but we feed quite a few families. We feed lunches. Everyone knows you can go and get whatever you like at a house. You can get noodles, you can get whatever. But we run tabs at the canteen and we send food home, and our Home Eco boxes up examples. And there are families that we are sending food home, or they probably need every night of the week. So we do Christmas hampers. And we put the call out, and they've actually had an enormous response, and we're sending amazing Christmas hampers to some families next week. The business management kids raised $600 and they gave that cash, so that's bought the baskets and cellophane. Josip put out a call and ended up with 5 boxes of food and donations just from the soccer kids. So that's an example of reaching out. And I was just talking about, we have a vet dinner, we have a graduation for our Year 12s to do hospitality. And every year we call in younger kids, usually Year 10s, to come in and be the waitress and the floor staff. And I run it, I pretend it's my restaurant, I pretend like I'm a maitre d', it's my little fantasy of the year. And this year we got Bree, Audrey and Amanda roll up. And we did they were hilarious. Normally I'm going, you do this, do that, and they watched and they figured it out, and within about 15 minutes they were running the show. Because you know, we all know who's bossy here. They were running the show and they were fantastic. They were the best crew in probably 10 years that I've done that dinner, because they've got motivation, they've got independence, and they do stand up. So that's just 2 small examples. I'm sure Joseph and George could give you another 50. That it isn't just the soccer, it's the culture amongst the kids. It's the way they look after each other, it's the way they back each other, it's the way they stand up for each other, they encourage each other. When only 1 or 2 people can get into state teams, there's no jealousy, there's no envy, there's nothing but admiration and support. When only 1 team can go to Spain, I haven't heard a single whinge about, well, not me. All right, except for me. Why can't I go? I'm the principal, but no, I can't. So you don't hear a whinge, they just back each other's support and they're happy for each other. So apart from all the achievements this year, in terms of sporting achievements, it is also that building of a culture, and it is that fantastic example of what a community truly looks like. So I want to thank you all. You guys, your fundraising is beyond anything, your support. When I want to tell people a story about Keilor Downs and where we sit, we don't act like a poor school, I don't think we feel like a poor school, but we got offered Doctors in Schools program because we're in the poorest 200 schools in the secondary schools in the state, and we just got offered the department's breakfast program because we're in the poorest 200 schools in the state. Now, I don't know about you, but we don't act poor, we don't feel poor, but we are. When I did feel poor was when Josip came to me and said, oh, we've been asked to play in the Premier League. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. You need a change room for your opposition. We don't even have a change room for our own kids. What are you talking about? And so then he comes and says, it was like one would come and go, oh, we've been done out of portable. And then the next one would come and go, oh, some parents are going to line the walls. Oh, some ex-students are putting in the air conditioner. Somebody else is cutting holes. And we got a change room. So when Rowville comes from their ice baths, they come into our container. It's a beautiful container. It's as good as a container can get. And to me, that is Keilor Downs Soccer program because we are in the Premier League, but we're probably the only ones that make their opposition change in our container. I love the fact we've now got a scoreboard made by parents. And one day we dream of a grandstand. We'll make that, if anyone wants to build as a grandstand, go right ahead if you've got any spare time. And I love that. We get there, they match it with the big rich schools, they match it with the schools that can go to select entry and pull kids in from all over the place. We do it on the kids we get, we do it on our community. It's a real program, but it stands up as one of the best in the state and it makes me very proud. And to me, it's the epitome of what Keilor Downs stands for. So I want to thank all the kids in the soccer program. I often see you going out on Thursday night, very late, after training. You guys are amazing and you've done a brilliant job. And I want to thank the families and the parents and the supporters. Stop reading out your character, Kerry, you make me very emotional. I do want to thank you all because you just add to this program like nothing I have ever seen before, and you are the model of what I love to see across the school. So thank you for a fabulous year. I know you've got your coaches, and I know people you want to thank later, but I've got to thank these two. It wouldn't happen without them. They do it on a shoestring. We give them a little bit of time, and we let them have the classes, the junior soccer kids in the PE classes, and that we had to really twist our brains, didn't we, to think of a method we could do. A lot of the rest is done on their volunteerism and on their passion and on their connections, you know that. Josip usually gets embarrassed when I say this, but when they were trying to talk us into this program, you all know Josip's an ex-student. You all know that George, it happened to me again yesterday, someone said, oh, my dad went to your school like 30 years ago. He had Mr. Catforest, yeah. I don't know that George was ever a child. I think George was born remade here as a teacher. No, that's not true. I do have photographic evidence, which you have to be showing, where he looks like the lead singer of Duran Duran. I haven't got that. I couldn't show people a small amount of money. When they were talking into it, Josip said to me, this is my school, this is where I went to school, this is what the school did for me. I have no intention to teach anywhere else, but when I leave, this soccer program is going to be my legacy. And it's true, isn't it, for both of them? So I want to thank you too, because it is a remarkable effort. I see a lot of teachers putting in, I see a lot of teachers doing extra, going above and beyond, but this is top end, and I really want to thank them both. So thanks for being here.
that. Just before we start officially, there's so many seats still around here. It doesn't matter, I'm not going to put a collection plate out, you don't have to pay anything extra, just come and sit, because you're going to be standing for a couple of hours there, so come forward before we start properly. Also, bathrooms are through this door to the left, or you can go around the back, just to the left here, if you ever need to go to the toilet, and then you can help yourself with drinks. Alright, I apologise, I'm a little bit crook, so for once I'm not going to talk much, and I promise that to the kids. So very quickly, this is our 2019 group as best we can. Some people went to go to the canteen to get the witnesses during the photo, but they missed out on this lovely photo. But as you can see, there's a lot of them. So I guess from our point of view, we've had a busy year. And like Linda said, the culture is the most important part, because everything else takes care of itself if we get that right. And we've shown that in the last couple of years with the performances on the field. Obviously, she spoke about the Premier League Cup. We actually sent 2 girls teams to a club competition, and the younger ones drew a game with 9 players. They had to play with 9 players for the whole game and did fantastically well. And the older girls reached the final, losing to Faulkner towards the end, and they ran out of length. But they matched it with a club side, a very strong club side as well at the club tournament, so we were quite pleased with that. We hosted a team from New Zealand, so technically we've had an international match here at KDC, and they want to come back next year and they want us to go to New Zealand at some point, so that could be something in the pipeline. And then our teams have improved their competitiveness in the SSV competitions and winning, I think, 5 out of 8 futsal cups. And our teams have done a little bit better in the Bill Turner Cup again. Hopefully next year, we're quite excited by the 2005 and younger batch. We think there's a lot of potential in there to do well, all being well. And again, thanks largely to the support of you guys who ran a really successful Bunnings barbecue and a $6,000 profit category fundraiser, which is sitting in the bank for whenever we need to build that grandstand and need materials and whatever else we do. Next year, we recently completed our trial, so there's another 25 students. Some of your siblings will be joining the family. We'll continue in Premier League Cup and Bill Turner. We'll challenge for those SSV titles. That's a new one. That will be going in the first week of January to Madrid for a 7-day tournament and training camp for some of our boys. And then the aim is to go then to Canberra for the 2020 Kangaroo Cup or an alternative tournament towards the end of the year, which we've got a few options for Queensland as well. So whichever one fits best with our timetable. So, because I like photos, this is our photos for the year. year before time. So if they're here, I know some of them have school leave, but if the Keilor's here, Marty, Victor, Brendan, A, or Errol, I know Errol's here, I've got one. Yeah, all right, well, Errol's up here. I'll tell you the story because there's going to be a quick presentation. So Errol Femi, give him a round of applause, he's the only one. So anyone claiming I forgot to ask them when they had schoolies, and I know 3 of them are in Rye. Some are recovering, some have work. Errol came to us just this year, so he transferred schools to be part of the soccer program and also have a fresh start for Year 12. He's managed to successfully complete his VCAL and heading off hopefully to an apprenticeship next year and continuing on his football journey at Albion Rovers. So, thank you for coming over and spending some time with us. So back to that photo, that's our combined 11 and 12s for a photo. So can I ask all of our Year 11 students to come up to Mr. Carroll for us and we'll present you with your medals. So if you can see yourself in that photo or you missed out on that photo, just come up and Mr. Carroll for us will give you a medal. Also today what we're going to do is, as you finish your photo, you're going to head down here and Mr. Montalvo will take a group shot of you and an individual one. And I'll tell you a collective story about this group. All of these students started with us when there was no program, when we were just an idea. Let them finish. So in order we have Kelly Fan, Diana Tran, Emily Salenbeck, Jack Bonello, Kyle Muscat, Sam Tyne, Gurpreet Singh, Philip Lazar, and Yasemin Burkamp. So give them a round of applause, please. So can you guys come up close here and we'll get a nice photo of you guys against the backdrop of the ball. Special setup, please.
Official.
Alright, so without them there wouldn't be a program. If they didn't sign up for it, we wouldn't have had the numbers and it wouldn't have started. The probably would have just been canned. So as they graduate Year 12 next year, they'll get a special presentation to acknowledge their whole journey, and there are some photos of them when they were tiny little packers which are quite cute, which they may not think so, but their parents definitely will. Okay, so that's them. Can we invite all of our Year 10 students to come up, please? We call them the challengers, because they're a very challenging group of people. They're always challenging them. So this group, it's a very large group, and as you can tell, they've grown up quite a fair bit even from that photo. They've obviously hit that main part of puberty where their growth spurt is just quite crazy. But they're a great group to work with, always challenging each other, challenging us sometimes with their behaviour. But they seem to have settled down and they've found their place in the school definitely, and hopefully they'll find their place in the world in the next couple of years with their VC and their VCOL studies. So a big round of applause for our UK students. Sorry, Aya Karim, Amanda Barbour, Nicole Waring, Audrey Diaz, Brianna Sullivan, Alea Segovia Savino, Ricky Van, Andrew Nguyen, Ken True, William Tran, Dylan Huang, Vasilia Lekic, Tuan Lee, Amal Femi, Navleen Thor, Anthony Georginsky, Jared Bowen, Kasamiri Kuradate, Sungmu Lee, Ethan Brody, and Thanuk Senaratni. Alright, so the next one, for some reason PowerPoint doesn't like me, but I'm going to play the video from my own file because it just works better. So this is a break between the next lot of medals, and this is some highlights from our entire year. So the moral of the story is never play with the GoPro unless you've turned it off. Okay, can we invite our Year 9 group up to the stage, please? All of our Year 9 students in the back row, So early 9 groups have been busy doing step up into senior school this week. Starting with Talbo, Anton Lashkovsky, Alex Yametas, Lachlan Brassington, Thomas Daskalovsky, Brayden Traversa, Mustafa Mekwani, Aidin Sabamoski, Shamika Amasukara, Finn Robbins, Kelly Yates, Yunus Amaraya, Anthony Faruja, Kwan Ewing, Mohammed Miri, Jada Kulach, Anita Moza, Alana Fitzgerald, Therese Fan, and hidden behind here, Layla Ilmaz. Big round of applause for our new members. Now from this group, just by coincidence, we're standing here. Octavio will captain the boys in Spain, so he was given the honour to captain KDC in Spain. He's still working on his public speaking skills. So if you guys come across here and grab your photos, please. Okay. Now, can we invite our babies to the stage? So our Year 8 group, please. Can you come up forward and collect your babies? Again, another interesting group. A very pushy group in the sense that they push each other a lot at training and really try and improve each other, especially the boys that have been a massive help to the girls. The girls for 2 years in a row made it to the state finals for outdoor soccer and won the Bootsman title. So the boys are a big help for them because they treat them like players, not like girls, which is very important for their development. So in order, Robbie Farquhar with his sling, Levi Lim, Leon Mutari, Moaki Kurarate, or I don't know your Korean name, Joey Marrow, Ryan Liberato, Ethan Schultz, James Kine, Vitalia Beachville, Daisy Nixie, Sinead Camilleri, Victoria Liberato, Bethany Lazich, Iba Karim, Sophie Kujimusis, Rocco Zatiro, Michael Bonya, Amela Kadich, Olivia Montalvo, and Monique Belfiore. Big round of applause for our heroes. So the question is asked then, what are the Year 7s if these guys are the babies? And the answer is the influence. So our Year 7 group, who had their training session today, period 5 and 6. Again, a lovely group, a very diverse group in terms of personalities, very opinionated young people, and hopefully that carries them far because they've already started challenging number 7s to come forward, please, from that side. So, Mira Assad, Christy Van, Holly Tanson, Marguerite Franzetto, Isis Koyani, Lara Giudici, Leon Nicolette, Oscar Gonzalez, Declan Drury, Ethan Bulatuck, Lexi Moya, Rachel Tran, Hannah Brody, Gerlene Sandu, Stephanie Vonya, Liam Allen, Aiden Marchette, Octavian Kapal, Save Paintraw, Aiden Kassar, Nicholas Cook, Andrew Teller, Talia Sarah Nicolau, Ben Galea, Yeshak Cabrera, Dante Protetto, and Benjamin Wright. Big round of applause for our Year 7 program. Alright, so we'll let them finish their photo. We're doing well. I promise no one's going to talk except for the important stuff. So the next lot of awards are our special awards winners for 2019. So the 3 categories for Year 7, 8 and 9 are the most improved boy and the most improved girl. The MVP Coaches Award for the player that's excelled in matches for boys and girls. And then lastly for 7, 8 and 9 they got to choose their players player of the year, both boy and girl. In Year 10 up to 12 we do let them do that because they don't train with each other as much as they do when they're young, they're all together. So there's only the 2 awards which are the most improved and the MVP for the Coaches Award. So from this Year 7 group, actually I'll wait until I finish the photo. Our special awards for our Year 7 group for 2019. For the most improved girl and the most improved boy is Gerlene Sandu and Ethan Bulatunga. Now the Coaches Award MVP, just to clarify, we made our awards, these two awards, prior to the Players Player of the Year, so unfortunately there might be a bit of double up down the track. But the Coaches Award for the students that excelled in the inter-school sports competition, Holly Canson and Nicholas Cook. And the Players Player of the Year was actually quite unanimous in this group. So obviously their peers saw something in these particular two individuals. And the 2019 Players Player of the Year for year 7 is Holly Hanson and Nicholas Cook. You can thank your teammates. Would any of you like to say a little speech? I told you it's going to be a good one. Okay, for our year 8 group. Again, quite tough because there has been. Shh, I'm still the teacher. That's there. Okay. So I'd like to just say for this one it was really tough. George had term 3 off, so I got to take them for a little bit. I came up with my player, but I didn't tell him until he did his, and then we just merged the two together. But it turns out that we had very similar thoughts. So the most improved girl and boy in year 8 is Victoria Liberato and Joel Murray. Now the Coaches Award MVP, again, fairly comfortable with our decision, although especially with the girls reaching the state finals, there could have been several candidates, but there was one that seemed to stand up in the toughest of situations, and that is Hiba Karim and Keilor Downs. You obviously heard how our kids sing before they play. I'm definitely not going to be entering Australian Idol anytime soon. So the Players Player of the Year for the year 8s. This was tight. It was won by a couple of votes for both the boys and the girls. But according to your peers, it is Amala Kadic and Robbie Farmer. A big round of applause for all our year 7 athletes. Okay. We only have 9 girls. We only have 6 of them. We love them. We cherish those 6. We have a lot of boys in year 9. So for year 9, again, it came down to a couple of girls that really have jumped ahead of where they were 12 months ago. And the same goes for the boy. And that is Tariq Spam and Alex Juventus. And the Coaches Award MVP for consistent performance in inter-school sports. One again for the boy was quite an obvious one. For the girl, it probably won't be an obvious one, but I'll tell you the story once I name her and why. And that is Octavio Montalvo and Kelly Ness. Now the story behind Kelly is she's a goalkeeper. She's never been anything but a goalkeeper as far as we know, until we threw her on the field in the Falkland Cup, and she blitzed it at right full back, overlapping, creating chances, and absolutely absolutely fair enough. Each one we coach, they really get perfect, but she done well with it. So, pretty happy with that. So she really stepped up. Now, the Players Player of the Year. Again, unanimous, quite comfortably by United standards. I think they're pretty honest. This group is definitely honest. They saw something in these two players over the course of the year, probably over the course of a couple of years, and that is Octavio Montalvo and Leonard Bruno. Right. Now the oldies, the older ones. So, again, for our Year 10s, we've had them for 4 years. And with our Year 10s, they have different targets and objectives for the younger players. And a lot of theirs is self-driven motivation to get better. So they ask the question, they give them the feedback, they go and work on it. They ask for the feedback again, and it continues that way, later to the night and motivated. So, the two that stood out for us over the course of this year, Aya Karim and Keilor Downs. And the Coaches Award MVP again was an interesting choice because they play across a couple of year levels, 9 and 10 combined, and also in futsal we sent a Year 10 only team for both groups, and some of them also jumped to play the Premier League Cup. So they've played in a few different teams and excelled, and that is Brianna Salabek and Vasilia Lincoln. Okay. So after this we have our Brownlow medalist, which will explain the context for the youth families, the ones from last year will know what we're talking about. So for our seniors, again, their competitions were solely futsal and the Premier League Cup. And for some of them, it will be, for these ones, they're all going to go again next year because they will be involved next year. So they do come from Under 11 this time around. And again, it was a choice where George and myself looked at it pretty wholeheartedly and said, out of the ones we have to choose from, they stood out fairly consistently over the course of the journey for wanting to improve all the time. And that is Yasemin Bergman and Carl Wilson. Kyle's a man of many words. He said no thanks. He's done a lot for him. Okay, and the Coaches Award MVP is again for the players that excelled over the 3 Premier League Cup games that both our girls and boys played. And for 2019, it is Emily Lovchansky and Philip Gonzalez. And Emily has got passed on to her. But you see her in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. Speech. We'll Photoshop him into it next time. Okay. Our final formality of the night is the first edition of the Sarah Lorca Medal. Now, the Sarah, come here, Sarah. So in the Brownlow medal, you don't get to see Charles Brownlow, but the Sarah Lorca medal, you get to see Sarah Lorca. So Sarah's an ex-student of ours. Again, the older students will know from last year. Year 7s only know her as a coach because she has been coaching the girls and constantly wanting to learn and get better as a coach. She's recovering from a knee surgery, the ACL. She's hopefully going to play in Spirit Calder in the senior youth team where she belongs. And before we go into why the medal named after her, I'd just like to let her say a few words about her time at school and why she's back as a coach.
No, like pretty much So like, it's just going to be the same thing I said last year, like you guys are really young, or 2 years out with it. Pretty much like, I was literally kids in like day job, and it like, they told me about it, and even though I knew them, and even though like I knew how to school was, I was like, no way, like, at the end of the day, like when you have such a big plan for such like an enormous time, you don't even expect it, even when you're going through it. Like I went through it, and I had all the younger girls come over there, like I felt like they were in my same room, like all half the time, like I just spent more time with them than I was because we literally just spent way too much time together, because I always felt like I like loved each other so much. Yeah, every time that we were doing something, planning something, like I honestly just felt like I couldn't even remember when it wasn't there. But then like to think about it, it was really like us just like, I was probably one of the first times when we were kind of just like introducing it, and all we were doing was going to like the primary schools and kind of just trying to get the name out of it, and the program was out. And like, it's still even now after seeing like even all the kids come up and like obviously yeah, like seeing them all come up and like even every year like knowing that everyone's coming through is becoming even unreal as we are, even though it is like I still get out like oh my god, like I still don't, I can't comprehend how amazing they made it. And for them to like kind of be like me, he did so much to it, and then I couldn't exactly say no if you were saying to me, please come take it off. And I always wanted to kind of like, I always looked at them like through my playing, through my life, through like everything that I did, and look up to them and learn how to coach and just like a nice person. Yeah.
She's the first recipient of her own medal. The 2018 Sarah Walker medal winner. And now, for the 2019 edition of the Sarah Walker Medal, and I'll talk about the person a little bit because they deserve it, and the person that does win this award has to beat 124 other students to get it. They have to show outstanding leadership, and a lot of that doesn't happen on the field because they don't always have the opportunity to train with the younger ones. But when they see them in the yard, when they come up to them and approach them, the way they hold themselves, the way they act when people are not watching, it's always a good sign of culture is how you behave when people aren't watching you. And I don't think this person's ever had a negative post in 5 years at this school on campus. It should be a testament to this particular person. I'm trying to keep their name quiet. So they have outstanding commitment to the values of what the KDC Soccer School is all about. Again, exemplified by Sarah, but this particular person, above and beyond, puts everything he has into his game and improving his game, and also requesting, I wouldn't even call it requesting, demanding feedback. Absolutely wants feedback for every single thing that he does. Sometimes to the point of a little bit of obsession, but I'd rather they ask for feedback than they're not interested in their learning. And George is exactly the same. And in terms of performances in matches and training, this particular person doesn't need any help with training. In fact, when we needed some help with training, because we were both stuck in industry sports, he was more than able to run the session on his own. So hopefully he can replace us one day if he doesn't achieve something higher in football. And he definitely upholds the values of the Keilor Downs College Soccer School because he's here tonight and he could have been at training. So, the 2019 winner of the Sarah Walker Medal is and I'll keep him up because he's going to have to say a few words because they make Dustin Martin and others do it as a Brownlow as well. Before he does, there is no other student in here that trains as much as him combined. Okay, now you can count that if you want in hours. How many sessions a week on average? I actually have to stop him from training because of overload. So he needs to send me his program or tell me what he's doing, otherwise I don't let him train. This is at 7 o'clock in the morning when he comes in by himself. So apart from that, he's actually an exemplary student as well, flying in his BCE so far and should do really well next year with his ATAR. He keeps his soccer and school balance intact, which to this point has not been an issue for him. So maybe tell people a little bit about yourself that I don't know, about why you're so good. Not me, tell them. They can explain. You explain me enough. Put the microphone in his mouth.
Kyle as well, he asked me a lot. I know we just come in the morning to train.
Why? Tell them why.
I just enjoy it.
Where did you go last year? What started this year? You did a family holiday. What was your objective? I should have prepared you. I'll explain to you and tell you what you had to do. You went overseas on a family holiday and decided the bus went shop flight to, I don't know how you got in contact with me, but you did. And I just happened to have somebody through my family that was playing in Croatia at the time and had a contract. And he managed to get out to their training sessions and he said, can I train with them? With their youth team, his own age group. I said, fine, if you're going to train with them, just write me a journal about your training so that at least we can pass that on to the kids. So this was actually the end of last year, wasn't it? Yeah? They went overseas. Did he bring back a journal? Did he ever detail where he sat with the rest of these kids? Why he wasn't the best one there? Why he wasn't the worst one there? What he learned? What they did? Why they did it? The intensity of this, the intensity of that. The detail's phenomenal. I've got a copy of it in my office and I photocopied it and showed it to some of the other year 10 students last year with this. And that's the level of dedication that it takes to have success in life. Now, whether or not his football career reaches the top is irrelevant, but at least he's going to say when he gets to the end of it, he's doing it his absolute everything. And he has. If you don't believe it, come here earlier one day to school and see him. He was training today after school. Well, no training. He had no regulation to set up this. But that's the type of kid he is. So the rest of you, boys and girls, if you want to have success, don't talk to him about it. He probably can talk to you a little bit better than he does on Sunday Street as a people. But I believe there are lessons to be learned from each other, more so than from us, because we're past it. He's thereabouts, so learn from each other, and that's a great example for you. So a very, very worthy winner of the 2019 Sarah Walker. We get a photo of every Sarah, and Sarah from last year's photo. Okay, the last thing we want to do officially before our last fun little video for tonight is we want to thank some people exclusively for doing some extra above and beyond things. I know some of them aren't here tonight, but if they are here, we'll make sure we give them at least some chocolates they can enjoy over this festive period. So the first person is Kerry Time, and Kerry, please come up here. So this is the Bunnings lady. A lot of the Bunnings ladies. Scoreboard, that piece of slate or whatever it is, that came from her. Sand for the pitch when we need to patch some areas, that comes from her. Vouchers to get door jams and things to put into the shipping container, that comes from her. Bunnings barbecue, that came from her. A lot of things come from her. Plus 2 beautiful children that we're teaching at the moment, one in year 11, one in year 8. So no one else is talking.
I will. Hello.
She actually
No, I don't need mine. Everyone here needs it. So I was lucky enough to work with Bunnings for 13 years. I recently resigned. I do hope that Bunnings Taylor Stakes keeps their relationship going with KDC, especially the Soccer School. And I've still got contacts there, so I'll make sure they do. Because we all know, parents and students alike, how much these guys put in. So what we do is minute compared to what you guys do. So yeah, thank you.
Now I know he's not here tonight, so I'll get one of his daughters to collect on his behalf. He's actually at his son's up in the corner, he'll get a copy of it because he wanted to see him live. But Whis is a gun because whenever we need something, he just goes and does it. We needed some air vents put into the shipping container, and he comes in, jumps in there, puts the air vents in, glues them down. Then over the weekend, some kids kicked it off, or someone tried to break into there to steal soccer ball. And then he came back and put another one in for it. But apart from that, he also managed to get sponsorship for the Spain boys through one of his cousins in Sydney, of all places. So we've got a concreting company that we don't even know them, but they're sponsoring the boys for $1,500 to help towards their kids. And he doesn't have any kids going to Spain. He's got daughters, and the boys are going. So it's just the nature of the person. I wish he was here so we could get him up here and you can see he's a classic as well. But the girls, I'm definitely sure they're going to give him a hug and a kiss and a thank you from us. So when we start drinking, can Aya come up and collect a box of chocolates for him? Now, he's not here, he just got back recently, but we'll pass it on to him and also to some of our other coaches. Some are coaching elsewhere, one's on holiday and one's crook in bed. So that's VRL, he's coaching tonight. Adam's got the kids, he's mucking around with his 3 children. Zane's quite ill. Zane's our strength and conditioning coach, another ex-student who'll be with us next year. We've signed him on for next year. We've signed on Adam for next year. Bear's on there for next year. A little probably going to go back to England, but if he's not, he'll be helping us out. Sarah, we've already thanked, but we'll thank her from a coaching capacity. She's up the back there for chocolates. He's still in pre-season. So Sarah has obviously come on board as a coach. She also went to inter-school sports in term 3 with our 9 and 10 girls when I couldn't go. I had to stay here. George was away. She did a fantastic job with them. Yeah, Sarah's Sarah. She's part of the furniture here. So a big round of applause for Sarah. Sharon with mum. Now Oscar Diaz. Now Oscar, can you come up? There it is. So Oscar, ever the handyman, always got some way of helping us out. We needed to spray the shipping container painted. He goes, I'll spray it for you. Then he comes in and sprays it. You should have seen him when he came out. It looked like he just found snow. It was white. But he did a fantastic job, and it allowed us to put in the walls and finish off the container and put in the floor. So now it's a fully functioning change room. He's also helped us at Inter-School Sports by taking photos and sharing them with us. Some of those action shots we saw in the video before from his camera, and he's very able to buy it. So thank you very much, Oscar. All right, nearly there, guys. Now Ahmed's not here, but we'll pass it on to him. Ahmed's the ex-student that with his brother installed an air conditioner for us for free. And then we also got that air conditioner from another ex-student whose dad knows advanced heating and cooling. So there's a plug there. If you need air conditioning service now, the weather's getting hot, go to advanced heating and cooling in Braidwood. See Charlie Pareto. So Ahmed will pass it on to him. Janelle's here. I saw her sneak in, so Janelle's here. Janelle's our little office assistant. Come up, Janelle. We'll give you a round of applause. I use the term like office assistant, but it's more, she's just our friend. And as our friend, she's always helped us with all the extra bits and pieces when we need to do things for a tournament, prepare things, paperwork, coaching courses, whatever we need. If we can't do it ourselves, we just shoot Janelle a line and it's done. So she's been an absolute pleasure to work with, and we hope to continue working with her for the next couple of years.
So yes, my kids in the program is a bonus as well for me. But it's great to see the effort they put in day out. Messages from, I'm sure, all of us of all hours of the evenings and days. They've always got time for us. So I think we're very lucky to be having our kids part of this program. All right.
This is another gentleman that goes above and beyond to chase up sponsors and get this and get that. And you need a hand with this, and you need a hand with that. That's his post-it attitude. I think he's just really good. He's really good. If you need help with anything, Peter Daskolowski's your man. So big round of applause for Peter. You can choose your chocolate. All right, almost there.
Big building.
Now, I'm not sure if he's here. He's only met him once. This is Joey's dad, so he's John here. Could you come forward? Probably didn't expect this, but John also managed to secure significant sponsorship of $1,500 from his company that he works for. Awesome. So again, he went above and beyond to source that for the kids, and CRL will be on our home kids when we're in Spain. And again, it's just the kind nature, and we shot out an email to some parents to see if we could get some support. He was the quickest to respond, and we managed to secure them and help out with tracksuits, training tops, jumpers, the work. So thank you very much. Okay, now this gentleman's got the camera, so he can't take a photo of himself, so hopefully someone can get a photo of him up there with your phone. Again, another brilliant person for the program, because he's always willing to offer his time, doesn't want anything in return, just wants to help and support the program. So took photos of the girls at Faulkner, has taken photos of the boys at Bill Turner Cup, he's taking photos tonight in front of the backdrop down there, and he's making sure that that side of things runs smoothly, because you can't sort of bring God from here. So to Guillermo Montalvo, thank you so much for your support. Now I can't see them here, they come as a pair. These are our groundsmen, but Angus and Paul, there's actually, yeah, they're up there, that's okay, doesn't matter. I told them, they said they're going to be up, because there's another function going on in the main staff and for the extra support staff we have at the school. So we'll pass them on that. But they basically keep the pitch in order for us. When we bust their chops and say we need the line done for a game, we need the grass cut again, they jump on board and they help us out so much. So we'll get the kids to thank them when they see them in the yard, and then we'll pass on the chocolates to them. So, to finish off, I'll give the microphone to George, because you know how it usually works. I talk all the time, and then George always gets the last bit. I'll give it to him while I sit up.
Short and sweet. First of all, I'd just like to thank all the parents for 2020, but probably since we started in 2015. So I don't know all the streams we would believe that our programs would progress so much and become so huge. Who would think that 5 years ago we'd be travelling to Spain in 2020? For the parents, once again, thank you. To all the students, it's a pleasure working with you day in, day out. The relationships that we've built with you over the years has been sensational, and just to see you progress not only as footballers, but as individuals is sensational. So the parents should be proud of you, you should be proud of yourselves. And last but not least, a very special thank to this guy. In 2014, we sat me down in his house and I forget this, and he goes, "Kato, what do you think about starting a soccer program?" And I thought to myself, gee, I wish he came to me 20 years before that, but that's when we had the cream of the crop back then. Yeah. We sat down and spoke about it. I said, "No, that's a really great idea. We're going to buy into it or not." So we took it to school in 2015. And lo and behold, this is where we are now. But here's the brains trust behind this. He should be taking most of the credit, believe it or not. He's a wonderful person to work with. He's pretty much like brother, can't get to brother, but an umbilical cord. And I love it to death. So from me, from the rest of the group, from all the parents, thanks a lot, Joey.
I'm not going to say too much, because he's a crier, he runs in his family, so if I say too much about him, he'll get teary. But again, you've heard this, I won't say this next year, this will be the last time I say this, but people like him when I was a student were the ones that I looked up to, and they were the ones that made me want to teach. And obviously then bumping into him at a petrol station and going, "Oh, there's a job going at KDC, all right, to finish my degree, and up here, and I'm back at KDC." Just like there's a teacher at the back there, Ms. Velkovic, who's another ex-student, and she's she's here supporting her home group. She's an extra. There is something about this school. You do want to still be part of it even when you do finish. So from that point of view, it was an easy choice. Putting extra hours and stress into a program that brings so much joy and happiness to kids and gives them something to look forward to at school is worth it. I don't care, time's time. You know, money's money, but these memories, the moments you have with them, you can't buy that. So, on that note, I'll finish with two things that have come to me in the last couple of weeks that made me super proud. And it was one to do with some of our girls and one to do with some of our boys. And the context is a few weeks ago, a few of our boys, older boys, went and trialled at Auckland, the club that I coach at outside of here. And I purposefully didn't tell anyone they were my boys from here, and just sat in the grandstand watching the trials with 70 other players on the pitch. And they go, well, like that one, they start writing down the numbers because all the kicking trials, even at senior level, have numbers attached to their shorts. And they liked 5 or 6 of them, from Kyle to Octavio to Vass to Ayat, who's not here tonight, to Errol. And they go, those boys, they receive the ball correctly, they open up correctly, they call for the ball at the right time. And then one of the guys, he knew that some of my kids were coming, he goes, they're not yours, are they? I go, yeah, they're all from our program. He goes, you can tell, because you've been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And when you look at them compared to other players from all over the shop, they don't have it. It doesn't matter how old they are. And it's because we believe that over the course of their journey, they need to learn certain things at a certain time. And then later on, their talent, their dedication, and taking where it needs to go. So I was super proud. I just sat there like a proud parent going, look at that. You don't see that day to day. You don't see the improvement. And you probably don't see it yourself as players. You only see it after you get some positive results as a team, or you go on a trial somewhere and you have a blind and people want you. That's when you see it. That's when you realise that's what you've been learning here. Sometimes we've probably been harsh when you enforced you to change some of your habits. It's just to make you a better player and just to see the game from a different perspective. And the second thing was, a couple of girls went to trial at St Albans a couple of weeks ago, and the coach, who I don't really know particularly well, which is rare because I know pretty much everyone at St Albans, said to me, he goes, I love your KDC girls. Why is that? Because they talk, they yell, but in a positive way, but they yell and call for the ball. He goes, and they just keep driving my session. And you can tell because they come in their training gear, they wear this blue kit of theirs and people know who they are. And that's a testament to the work that they've done, and it's also a testament to the values that we put into them so that we can continue to produce players. I love having a talent pool of younger ones coming through. The other night we played the St Albans senior women, and we managed to lead another 3 Year 8 girls into that squad to play against grown women. And we'll continue to do that. And we'll continue to give them avenues and pathways because they bought into it, you bought into it as families, and we're definitely here for the long haul, so we're going to stay true to it. And you guys just don't stop believing. So on my behalf, that's the end of the night. I want you to enjoy this video. Feel free to chat, take some photos and that sort of stuff after that. And thank you so much for coming. Again, I like songs from the 80s. thank you very much for an enjoyable evening. Thank you for taking your time out on a Friday night. I know it's a tough time of the year. I said I'd be finished before 8, I'm finished before 7:30. Can you, if you can, just stack up some chairs at the end? But yeah, we'll hang around if you want to have a chat or just say hi, we'll be here. Thank you so much again.